kind of some startling financial revelations here on First to Four recently, including a staggering percentage of people who don't know how much their partner earns. So today we wanted to find out what both you and your spouse should absolutely know about your family finances. 8 on Your Side has answers today and is joining me now is John Wax from Waller & Wax Advisors and Raymond James. Thanks for being here as always.
My pleasure.
You always make it simple for us. It can be complicated, so we appreciate that. So the first one is, what do you own and owe? Two things,
right.
Own and owe.
Right. You need to be aware not just of things like properties and insurance policies, bank accounts and savings accounts, but know about the debt as well. You really need to know both sides of the story on any of these, any kind of small securities-based lending, business loans, what have you. And
talking about things you own, your assets, you have to make sure they're properly protected, right?
Yeah, that's one of the first things we look at as financial planners, is not just what have you accumulated, but what are the risks of losing what you've accumulated. Insurance is a great way to help protect against that. So you want to make sure the vital assets, properties, cars, business, what have you, any kinds of loss risks, have insurance for those.
Just paid my flood insurance today.
Well, today's weather,
important.
It's a good idea.
Yes. Now, this is a tricky one for some people, your emergency fund. How do you make sure you have it, it's accessible to both people? What are the keys?
Yeah, this is a common thing that happens. It's great that you save up money for an emergency event. The problem is sometimes the money is saved up in one spouse's name, or maybe it's intended to be in one spouse's name, but the other spouse can't access it. So something happens to one spouse, and that emergency money, the other spouse can't get their hands on it. So make sure somehow you have the right structure so either spouse can get to this if it's needed.
That's something you don't think about frequently
either. You just don't think about it.
And what about saving for? You have to be on the same page with what you're saving for.
I mean, you might be saving for a lake house or college or retirement, whatever it is, but you need to be on the same page of what are you saving for. And in a way, in our industry, we talk about having direction but no movement, or maybe great movement, but are you going in the right direction? And that can be a real problem if you don't know exactly what your goals are between the two of you and you go in different directions on this.
Great information as always. Appreciate it.
Thank you.